Gazapar Yanga. Yanga is a small town in Veracruz, Mexico, named after Gazapar Yanga. Who is Yanga to the people of Veracruz, Mexico?
Carmen, who is Yanga?
A hero more than anything.
A black slave. Supposedly, he was a slave of the Spanish who broke the chains.
He freed himself from oppression that the Spanish had over him. And he also liberated the slaves.
What my girlfriend said.
That's why they call Yanga the first free town in the Americas.
Oh man, give me 5, Gustavo. You're the man. You're a genius. You could be a professor.
Gazapar Yanga led one of colonial Mexico's first successful slave upsprings. Rumored to be royal lineage from West Africa, Yanga was an enslaved worker in the sugarcane plantations of Veracruz, Mexico. In 1570, Yanga, along with a group of followers, escaped, fled the mountainous regions near Córdoba, and established a settlement of former slaves where they hid for nearly 30 years. Taking refuge in the different terrains of the highlands, Yanga and his people built a small maroon colony of palenques. For more than 30 years it grew, particularly surviving by capturing caravanas, bringing groups to Veracruz, and located in one of the back canyons was a small Aztec settlement that later became a refuge for escaped slaves that the Spaniards never discovered until they were looking for Yanga and his band of escaped slaves. In 1609, the Spanish colony government decided to undertake a campaign itself to regain control of the territory. In 1609, the Spanish authorities sent a well-armed military to defeat Yanga and his palenques, but were defeated. Yanga's surprise victory over the Spanish heightened the confidence of his warriors and the frustration in Mexico City and the Spanish authorities. The Spanish gave up and surrendered to Yanga and his people. The Spanish troops, which set out of Puebla in January 1609, numbered around 550, of which perhaps 100 were Spanish regulars. The Maroons facing them were an irregular force of 100 fighters with some type of firearm and 400 more with primitive weapons such as stones, machetes, and bows and arrows. Yanga, who was quite old by the time, decided to employ his troops' superior knowledge of the terrain to resist the Spaniards, with the goal of causing them enough pain to draw them to the negotiating table. After defeating the Spanish, Yanga offered to make peace, but with 11 conditions, the most important being recognizing the freedom of all the Palenque's resistance period to the 1608, acknowledgments of the settlements as a legal entity which Yanga and his descendants would govern, and the prohibition of Spanish in his community. Upon surrender, Yanga and his people will receive a farm, as well as the right to self-govern. In 1618, the treaty was signed, and by 1630, the town of San Lorenzo de los Negros de Carabao was established. In 1956, it officially changed to Yanga, Veracruz. It became the first town founded by free slaves in all of America. This town of more than 20,000 people remains under the name of Yanga today.